Hi, I'm here to talk to you today about Essential English as one of the English choices that we have at Oakey State High for your senior schooling. Essential English is an English subject, so therefore revolves around looking at literature, literacy and language, and we do that in the context of work, of the community and in social contexts. Essential English prepares students for work, also those who are thinking about or already doing traineeships and apprenticeships, and it also does prepare students for tertiary study. Something you need to remember though is that Essential English does qualify for an ATAR. A number of universities, however, do require General English as a prerequisite for their courses. So while Essential English does qualify for an ATAR, it may not be the right English to take if you are looking at a university course post-high school. What Essential English does for students is that it really promotes critical awareness, being able to look at the texts that are in our lives and be able to pull them apart, but also being able to make these texts and create these texts in a number of different situations. So I mentioned earlier that we look at the world of work, for example. So we look at workplace texts, both being able to understand them and to be able to create them. We look at how texts express human experiences and how we can learn about other people through texts. We also look at texts that influence, so we look at the media and we talk about things like fake news and how can we be critical of the information that we are seeing on our screens every day, and how do we know what the truth is. We also look at popular culture and the representations within popular culture texts. With social media being so readily available these days, we need to be able to be critical consumers, to see that what we're looking at is a representation, not necessarily real life. To do those things, we go through a couple of different assessment items. So there are some spoken presentations, there are some extended written tasks, there are some multimodal presentations, and we have what's called a CIA, or a Common Internal Assessment. This is an exam which is written by QCAA, and it is done by all Essential English students throughout Queensland. So, if you think that Essential English is for you and that it is definitely what you need for your future pathway, we really look forward to seeing you in this really exciting subject.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Kirk and I am currently the Senior General English teacher. General English has evolved into a subject that allows students to engage with the world through literary and non-literary texts. Through General English, you will further develop your appreciation of the aesthetic use of language, analyse perspectives and evidence, and challenge ideas and interpretations. You will examine how texts are constructed for personal, cultural, social, and aesthetic purposes, and learn how language varies according to context, purpose and audience, content, modes and mediums. You will also learn how to use such language appropriately and effectively for a variety of purposes. These skills will prepare you for lifelong learning in a huge range of contexts. Essentially, you will develop a sense of yourself, the world, and your place in it.